Hi everyone, it's Phil with DVTV. Welcome to Dining Out. Today, I am in my favorite part of Dallas, my hood, East Dallas, and I am in front of Times 10 Cellars. Times 10 Cellars is a great place to come, have a snack, have a great glass of wine made by these great guys that we're getting ready to talk to inside. So let's go on inside and see what's going on.
And the cares that hang around me through the week seem to vanish like a gambler's lucky streak when we're out together dancing cheek to cheek. Oh, I love to climb a mountain, eat to reach the highest.
How did you guys come up with this idea?
Well, it was sort of a crazy idea one night over too much wine, as a lot of things
The best
are,
ideas
yes.
come from that.
But what happened, I met Chris Lawler, my business partner, and his wife. They live in my neighborhood. And we were at a little neighborhood function one night visiting, and I was intrigued by Chris's knowledge of wine and his amount of study that he had done as far as Texas, growing in Texas and that kind of thing. And it sort of just took off from there. We both were familiar with Alpine, Texas, and we think Alpine, Texas is probably a premier growing region for the state. And in 2004, we planted 7 acres of grapes there. And then we decided if we've got a vineyard, we've got to have a winery. And we came back to Dallas, and we were the luckiest guys in the whole wide world because fortunately in our neighborhood was this building where the winery is now. And
it's a historic building.
It's a historic building in the sense that it was the first U.S. post office for Lakewood, and it was built in 1945, and it served as the post office through 1976.
And I also want to mention that you guys do a lot of fundraising here. You do a lot of non-for-profit stuff here. You open the doors to a lot of organizations, which I think is such a great part of community.
Thank you.
And I know you all feel very strongly about not only the Lakewood community, but the entire community.
Sure. We didn't realize that was going to be a big need, but there really is a need in the area for fundraising events, things like even like the White Rock Lake Foundation and all of the local charities and things. And we want the doors to be open for those kinds of things. We live here. We want to participate in everything that goes on.
What's your favorite wine that you have?
Probably right now I'm drinking the Cabernet.
The Cabernet.
And, this is our 04 Cabernet. I think I trade off a lot. One day I'll drink the Cab, one day I'll drink the Chard, one day I'll drink whatever we have. But the Chard or the Cabernet is currently my favorite. In the whites, the Chard.
Yeah, I like
it's
the
an
Chard
unoaked
a lot,
Chardonnay,
too.
and it's just a really crisp, clean
Very
wine.
good. Great summer wine.
Great summer wine.
Love your rosé.
Also big fans of rosé. We got to mention rosé.
I'm a huge fan of rosé. I'm a huge fan of all your wines, and I have been highly intoxicated in here on several occasions, I must add.
As have I.
How long have you guys been open?
A little over a year and a half. We opened August 2nd of 2005.
So when you sat down at that dinner that night and decided to do this, did you ever think back then that it would be as successful as it is in just a short amount of time?
No, it's turned into, I think Kurt may have said, something different than we first imagined. I mean, it was shortly after we opened, I looked up one night and the place was full, and, instead of being like a traditional winery, we sell wines by the glass and the bottle, and people come in and just hang out, and it's like, oh my God, I own a bar, which is a great thing. So, yeah, we've been very pleased with the response, and we hope it keeps going.
Well, I think it will. What is your favorite? I asked Kurt this. I'm going to ask Chris this. Right now, of all your wines, what's your number one favorite? I know it's hard.
I guess it's like children, not supposed to have favorites, but I do have, with having the new wines, I love our new Cabernet Franc. Cabernet Franc is a wine a lot of people aren't familiar with. And being here, I've really learned what I really like about wines. It's a big fruit bomb up front, but got a really strong tannins at the end that just gives packs a punch, and so that's my favorite wine right now. We'd like to open up another location at Times 10, maybe one here in Dallas. We'd like to maybe have several of these. Maybe one day grow it. We'll keep on doing this in some form or fashion. Maybe sell it as well too. Kurt and I are always wanting to look at new things to do. So
definitely.
Everything's fluid. We just go with the flow.
Right. Just go with the flow and see what the universe brings you.
Absolutely.
I mean, look what it's brought you in a year and a half. Pretty amazing stuff.
Yeah, we've been very fortunate. I always say I'd much rather be, lucky than smart. We've been pretty lucky.
So the wine goes in the oak barrels. If it's red wine, anywhere from 6 months to 2 years. Some of this wine that I'm taking out of the barrel today has been in the barrels for 2 years.
Now, are these barrels marked so you know what's in what?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Obviously, they would have to be, or you'd be in a heap of trouble, I would suspect.
Yeah, well, we're small.
Yeah. I'm going to ask you this question. Do you have a favorite? And if so, what's your favorite right now that you guys are producing?
Ooh, it changes almost every day.
Does it?
And it depends on what I'm eating, too. Probably my current favorite of all the stuff we just released is a little Cab Franc.
That's what Rob said.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to try that. You're switching out the barrels.
Yeah, I'm taking the wine out of the barrel. I'm taking it out of the tank, out of the barrels, and putting it in the tank today.
Okay.
Blending it to go with another blend in this one to this tank. So this is kind of getting toward the final end of the process. For getting ready to bottle it. So.
There it goes, just like that. Wow. That is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Thanks so much for watching this Dining Out segment here at the beautiful Times 10 Cellars in East Dallas. Please visit Rob, Chris, and Kurt. They're great hosts, and you will love this place. For DVTV, this is Philomena Aceto. If you have any interesting, wonderful news you want to share with us, please do so. We would love to hear from you at dvtv.dallasvoice.com.
Hi.
We're Times 10 Cellars, and you're watching DVTV.